Welcome to day 39. What we've covered so far is covered the core four. Last or yesterday we've done the kind of the summary of the core four, and what we're going to cover today is kind of a customization, right? A fit formula zone for war, because not all people are created equal, right? And what might seem like a workout or a sweat to somebody is not in the other, maybe not to someone else, right? So um, the focus on today is going to be in the game is going to be the daily score, right? The daily score, as we know, is 4, and the object of pulling this score is to gain power from this. But what we have discovered is that it's going to have to be customized, right? It's going to have to be customized to each man and where he draws his power from. Today, it's going to be a discussion around zone, right? So the zone is basically at what time uh, these items take place, and each part of the core four takes place, right? Because at certain times for certain people, it's going to have more effect. It's going to have more result. It's going to draw more power from different zones. So um, zone one, let's first identify the zones. The zone one is going to be before 8 a.m., right? And that's a time zone where you may find that your workout in that time is going to be have more impact, have more power than say one at 8 p.m. Or maybe that you find that that your notes to your partner maybe have more value in a certain zone. Like maybe in the morning it's just too much commotion and she doesn't really have time to take it all in, and it has actually more impact at a time when maybe she isn't quite so rushed. So we're going to identify the zones, and again, zone 1 is before 8 a.m. Zone 2 is going to be between 8 and 10 a.m. Zone 3 is going to be between 10 a.m. and noon, and zone 4, the final zone, is going to be between noon and midnight. So the object of the entire zone is to actually draw power and be aware. And while it may not have a lot of benefit, like say, okay, we did it today at this time, but the object of tracking this is so that we can have a matrix, right? We can say, okay, we had we did this and we filled this part of our core four at this time, and the object is to kind of tailor it to what is going to support us in the purpose we even do all of this is to access power, and when it benefits us throughout the day. So once again, the purpose of the entire tracking here is to access power, because each one of us is different, right? We want to customize this to fit our individual needs and our individual power zones, right? So the Warrior Fit formula zone is really a tool to track kind of the matrix over time, right? It has, like we talked a little bit earlier, it has very limited access, or on an isolated day basis, but the over time we'll be able to fulfill our core four and access power by doing it at the right time for us, right? Once again, the zoning is simply just a way to divide up the day and when you can most access the power. So once again, while we have the body being balanced business, we have the core four. The timing of each of this is the critical element of this lesson. So once again, yeah, once lost me there for a minute. Once again, we want to keep track of the time. We'll add that element to the core four. We'll keep track of the time, and from there, Our assignment is going to be to go ahead and teach this. You know, if you can't teach it, you don't know. If you don't know it, you can't live it. And the follow up to that is to do the assignments also listed below. We'll talk to you tomorrow.